What's happening, guys? Polyzac here, and welcome back to Marquee Draft, where we look at the marquee matchup predictions for next week. This week we got 3 out of 4, which I was pretty impressed with. Made about 80 to 100k on our investments, which is very, very nice. Our coin total has just clocked over 900k, which is fantastic. The one that we didn't get, Aberdeen Glasgow, that was a tough one. I'm looking at, not sponsored by FIFA Analytics, but great website to have a look at when trying to predict marquee matchups and where to invest in. Yeah, that was out of nowhere. EA can't predict it, but 3 out of 4 is great. We got Napoli, Juventus, Porto, Benfica, and Besiktas and Galatasaray. I think most people would have got those. We are going to go with this formation. We're going to go with the 3-4-1-2 this week. In terms of next week's marquee matchups, big games. It's going to be tough to pick. We are going to go with that Cam Dybala, which is nice, over that Quadrado. Big games, Manchester Derby, guaranteed basically. None of these are in, so we're just going to go Sandro, Premier League. Manchester Derby, guaranteed, or basically guaranteed. None of these are in, so we're going to go with Delort. Also got Merseyside Derby as well. On top of that, we're going to have to take Bernardeschi here, aren't we? I think we are. Yes. Yep. Take Bernardeschi. So they're big Premier League games. Whether or not EA does both of them, who knows? Can't really predict them that well. We have no Premier League ones, so any of those? No, we're going to take David Klaassen. Yeah, so there's also the Topper, Ajax v PSV. None of these are in. Monaco's not in it. Who's going to be the best suited? I think it's going to be Lallana. That's another big game. That's probably a good option. None of these are needed. We might take Morales, chemistry reasons. Not what I wanted, but I can put Lallana there. That's nice. There's also Spartak v CSK Moscow, the Moscow Derby. That's another big game, but we're going to have to take Bolter here. Whether or not they do Spartak again, they were only in it a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure. I think it was it week 10? Yeah, Spartak v Zenit. Whether they chuck in, that was 2 weeks ago. Whether they do it again, I doubt it. A lot of people are heavily investing in that one because that was big profits last time they were matched up. But whether or not they do it again, who knows? We're going to have to take probably De Vries or Musacchio. We're going to take Musacchio. Other games, lower end games, Juve Inter, big game. Not going to happen. Juve was this week, so you can check that one off your list. We're going to have to take probably Mangala here or Ogbonna. Probably Ogbonna because he's Italian. Who are we going to get in goal? Someone decent. Edison wasn't Sporting, it was Benfica. That's alright. We'll take Donnarumma. Gets a nice links into Musacchio and Ogbonna. Smaller games, yeah. Into Juve, big game. Not going to happen. We're going to have to take Faguli here. That's not going to happen. Juve in this week. Sydney Derby, Australia. That was big money maker. Week 2 or whatever it was when we had the Melbourne Derby between Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory. Don't know whether they will do that again. We're gonna take. We'll take Julian. Whether they do that again and make there's one or two. I think there's only one gold player from Wanderers, from Sydney, Western Sydney Wanderers, and Sydney FC was Bobo last year, but he is now a silver. But we're going to take Holobas here. Whether or not we have that again, have extinct players, who knows? Who knows with EA? I've invested quite heavily into that one. Oh, Dries, and we can take him. Napoli, great. I've heavily invested. Maybe they might do it again. Maybe they won't. There's also Borussia Mönchengladbach and Schalke. There's River Plate, Tucuman. There's a whole lot of. There's Melbourne Victory and Adelaide United. There's a whole lot. There's Real Madrid, Sevilla. Who knows? Brighton, Huddersfield, just being promoted teams that might a possibility. Who knows? Who knows? There's the MLS final games that we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Whether or not they do that. So heavily invest in non-rares, Manchester United, Manchester City, Carrick. We are going to have to take... We can take anyone here. We're going to take Nemanja Matic. Whether or not... what's it called? Non-res. Carrick, Lindelof, Ashley Young, maybe he might sneak in there. We might take. Jeez, I don't know. Mane, you've got maybe Mane. Jeez, this is not great. For City, you're looking at Mendy. You're looking at. We can take anyone here. We can probably take Olivier. Yeah, we'll take Olivier. Mendy. You could probably get Mangala, maybe cheap. Who knows? None of these teams are in this week, so we're going to take Bakayoko. He's always a tank, absolute tank. Who else? Who else is there? Who else did I pick up? Fabian Delph, big one. He'll go up in price. We are going to have to take Veloso, probably Serie A. Who knows? This has been a crap draft. This has probably been the worst draft we've done so far. None of these guys are in. We're gonna have to take probably Luke Shaw. I don't really want to, but I'd take him over Holobas. But loses Cam anyway. Liverpool, Everton. You're looking at Sandro in this week's. Well, in this foot draft at the moment, you're looking at Clavins, Lovrens, the non-rares, high-rated, that are going to go for big. Ajax, PSV. Ajax has always got expensive gold players, especially their defenders. So look at trying to pick up some Van Beeks, Dolberts, Eunices. Try and pick up those ones. In terms of PSV, looking at trying to get some Van Ginkels, maybe the goalkeepers. They'd be good to invest in. Anyone from Wanderers or Sydney, good to invest in. Spartak, CSK, non-rares, high ones, Tasky. From Spartak, you're looking at from CSK Moscow, maybe Vinebloom, who's a rare card that will increase in price. There's a whole lot of other CSK Moscow ones, I think. the Igashafbis and things like that. They're big money makers, those centre backs with the really strong Russian names. Even like the goalkeepers, Akinfeev. We are going to take Handanovic. That's our draft, guys, and fuck me, it is horrendous. But I'm going to pop up with it on the screen right now with my predictions. I'm going to say, jeez, because Spartak was in a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to cut that one right out. So I'm going to go Ajax PSV, even though Ajax was a couple of weeks ago as well, maybe 4 or 5 actually. But Ajax PSV, Manchester Derby, Merseyside Derby, and I'm going to invest in Wanderers Sydney, but who knows with EA. They threw a spanner in the works last week, and it threw off a fair bit of investors. But then again, 3 out of 4, if you're investing 20k, 30k, you're getting 100k back on those investments, which is nice. Our last draft, I think made it to the second round and then lost, unfortunately. But this is this week's draft. A whole lot of Juve players, but that's about it. 1 Napoli player, but nothing really strong about this team. So we'll see how we go. Ready for next week, but I'll bring you guys back in next week after seeing how our investments go. Hopefully we can at least get 2, 3 right. If we go all 4, we're making big money, especially with those the Sydney Derby after the Melbourne Derby last time, where everyone was going for 10k, and it was big money maker. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you like what you've seen, this is going to be weekly. Absolutely loving the series. Just smashed 50 subscribers, so I want to say thank you a lot. If you're new around here, smash the subscribe button, drop a like, and have a great day, guys. See ya. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and have a great day.